month and a half into the new year, but there is already concern it could end up being the warmest on record. That is due in part to a new report from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which says the January we just lived through featured the warmest global temperatures since record keeping began 141 years ago. Think about that. Here with more on what it means, meteorologist Jeff Berardelli. Jeff, good morning. 141 years, the warmest on record, plus in 18 years prior to that, we've had the 10 warmest Januaries. Why?
Well, we're burning a lot of fossil fuels, and we're releasing a lot of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. That plus the extra water vapor, because we have a warmer atmosphere, it holds more water vapor. When you combine all of that, you end up with warmer temperatures, and those will continue to go up. In the United States, so far, it has been our warmest year on record. We're likely to finish out one of our warmest winters on record. And in Russia, it was 10 degrees above normal just during the month of January, and this is all without an El Nino. Used to be, in order to see your warmest year or your warmest month, you needed an El Nino. Apparently, we don't need that anymore.
Yeah, it's not just warm, but the acceleration of just how warm it is, how quickly it gets there is the issue, isn't it?
That's the problem. We're not concerned about how warm it's going to get. We're concerned about how fast it's going to get warm and whether we as a species, and more so plants and animals, can evolve. And I can tell you that a lot of them will not be able to evolve. We're in a 6th mass extinction, and we're expecting that over the next 100 years, we could lose millions more species on Earth. Take a look at this right here. This is a really cool graphic from Ed Hawkins. He's a scientist in the UK. And this is a graphic over the last 2,000 years, and we're zoomed in now just to the last 100 years. Look at how it turns blood red at the very end. So I don't know, guys, can you show it again, show the whole 2,000 years, and then zoom back in?
I don't know if we can there of what it going from the blue to the red.
Yes.
But it's not just warm. Last year was one of the wettest years on record, too. Is there a... we could
it's amazing. It was blue is below normal, red is above normal. There is a link. The warmer the atmosphere is, the more water vapor it holds, and the more moisture we have. We had record flooding last year, and by the way, we're expecting more flooding this year. NOAA just put out a report saying, watch out in the spring in the Midwest, we could see bad flooding again. Not as bad as last year, but right now in the Southeast, we've seen at least 300% of our normal rainfall since January 1st, and we're going to see more flooding this upcoming week with another 3 to 5 inches of rain on the way.
We've talked a lot about Antarctica and the temperatures that we've seen there, the impact from all of that melting ice on what we have.
So we've had 2 records in the past week. We almost hit 70 degrees. 70 degrees in Antarctica. I'm planning a beach vacation down there. That is Pine Island Glacier, which is right near the Antarctic Peninsula. It's on the west side of Antarctica. We're very worried about that. An iceberg just broke off. It's 6 times the size of Manhattan. Don't worry, that's not going to raise sea level. However, it is destabilizing the glaciers in West Antarctica. 2 big ones, Thwaites and Pine Island. If Pine Island were to melt and collapse, and it will eventually, maybe a few decades, not tomorrow, maybe a few decades, maybe a couple 100 years, but when it does, just that glacier alone can contribute 4 feet of sea level rise, and it won't happen over hundreds of years. It would happen within a decade or 2.
Wow. Got to start making changes is
absolutely
the message. Jeff, thank you.
You're welcome.